Hi, Dave Skozik here. I am with Mike Ashton today from Milford Memorial Hospital. Welcome.
Thanks, Dave.
Mike, I know you're certainly, most people are familiar with Kent General Hospital, a great expanding hospital, a lot of services being offered, and I know a lot of people are familiar with Milford. Tell me about the plans and the relationship between the two hospitals.
Sure. Well, first of all, it's an exciting time for Bayhealth as a system. We are part of a healthcare system, and we have our Kent General campus and our Milford Memorial campus, and we have multiple ambulatory sites as well. And so we're excited to look at how we continue to develop ourselves as a Bayhealth health system.
So tell me about your role there. It's an exciting role.
I'm the administrator of the Milford Memorial campus.
Big changes coming there.
We're experiencing big changes. We're moving from a 22-acre site to a 165-acre site within the next 3 years to plan a new healthcare campus where we will have a state-of-the-art inpatient hospital facility as well as a robust array of diagnostic and ambulatory services as well for the community.
So will it be on the same scale as Kent General, would you like to say, of the Bayhealth system?
It will be of a different structure, as Kent General has a very strong acute presence. We will have also a strong acute presence, but we will have the ability to plan for what we can't predict yet.
Okay.
And with 165 acres, we have made that decision to position ourselves not just for the next 5 to 10 years, but also to look forward to the next 100 years.
And explain acute for our listeners.
Okay. Acute is our inpatient facility, our hospital setting where patients are admitted, yes.
Okay. So you will be doing advanced procedures and such in the future, just as you're doing them right now at Kent General?
We're looking at a higher level of services. We're looking at how do we position ourselves not just as individual campuses, but also as a whole system. How do we make sure the services are offered in the right communities to the right degree that support the system growth overall?
So tell me about your background.
Okay. I recently joined Bayhealth. It's been about 4 years, and with that, I was previously at WellSpan Health in York, Pennsylvania, where I was the administrator of the medical service line and oversaw physician practices and different hospital and outpatient services there.
And how did you end up down here? I mean, this has to be a job of a lifetime to be offered something like this.
It was a great opportunity for me to grow professionally and also to join a very strong team. And my family and I made the decision, and we've been very pleased with it.
And you live in Milford?
I live in Milford.
Tell me about your family.
My wife Jessica, and I have my 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, and they're playing and enjoying summer at this point. So we are really happy with our choice to be there.
So tell me more about how this will, this new hospital, new structure, how long will it take? You mentioned 3 years now, so that you will not be using the original site, or is that uncertain at this point?
What we will be doing is we have a target to occupy the new health campus for patient care services in January of 2019. And so we have from now till then to completely develop and construct and build the entire health campus.
So then the old facility, you're not 100% sure how that's going to be utilized yet?
Actually, what we've done is we have hired, recently engaged a company by the name of Trammell Crow. And they are one of the nation's largest redevelopment firms that help systems like Bayhealth and others across the country, whether it's educational or healthcare, figure out and try to plan for what is the best use of that facility, that site, and how do we continue to make sure and guarantee that it remains to be an asset in the fabric of the community.
So it's possible the community might be co-using that facility, or you may abandon it, not abandon, but turn it over altogether?
We're looking at we're considering all options. We're going to be partnering with our city officials, our state, and also our county officials to help guide us. And as we get the feedback of the community, what is the best use of that site? And how do we make sure that, like we said, it continues to be a very valuable asset to the community?
I know we have a lot of people moving from other states because of the prices and such, about how much lower the property taxes here, which we discussed earlier. But also, it's close to the beach. A lot of people come here to retire and get away from the high taxes and just the big city atmosphere. So I imagine you anticipate a lot of growth in the Milford area.
We do. We've looked at part of the decision to relocate the campus was to position ourselves for that growth and to reflect on the state-based demographic research that has indicated there's a strong growth in that Sussex County corridor right along Route 1. And as we have considered that, Bayhealth wanted to make sure we positioned ourselves well to account for what we know today,
Yes.
as well as what we don't know.
Know the unknowables, as they like to say. I interviewed Joe Schmeiser, the executive director of the Milford Chamber, last month, and certainly she's a very person who looks growth-oriented, very excited, talks about the growth of Milford, and I can see where this new complex would fit right in there. What are some of the specialties that the Bayhealth is pursuing, is growing in? I know it's a very competitive world today.
Well, as we look at the array of services that we're going to have at either one of our campuses, especially the new healthcare campus, we are considering multiple different services. But we know we're going to continue to have a very strong inpatient rehab service. We know we're going to continue to have a very strong inpatient service, as well as strengthening our primary care and specialty care physician presence on that site.
So it'll be kind of growing on the par with, as you say, the Bayhealth system between Dover and Milford. Would you be doing any teaching there as nurses or doctors? Is that in the future?
Well, what we do today, we anticipate continuing, and that's where we have services, we have residents that are medical students that come down and they rotate through different services where we have partnerships with our Penn affiliation.
Okay.
And we look forward to continuing to strengthen that relationship over time and make sure that we not just look at what we're doing now, but also look at how does that develop, where does it make sense to develop it further, and also look at the different partnerships that may exist that we're not currently involved in.
Well, it's very exciting. I know I've been here for many years in Dover, and I've seen the hospital really grow, and I'm proud of what you're all doing here, and I certainly look forward to the development of Milford to give us a comprehensive system in Lower Delaware. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we close?
Just thank you for your time, Dave. We appreciate the interest of the community. And we also have a website of ImagineDelaware.com, ImagineDE.com.
ImagineDE.com, we'll have that on the screen, but I'm glad you mentioned that.
And we want to make sure we invite people to come and to give us their feedback, because this is not Bayhealth's campus, this is the community's health campus.
I'm with Mike Ashton. Thank you very much. We'll be right back after these messages.
Thank you.